Okay, folks, Jonte Hawkins here. Let's talk trades. We are back with another episode. I had the honor to interview Mr. Dontavius Kingsberry-Evans. This young man lives not too far from me, and I saw some of his work on Instagram, and I was actually looking to get some work done here. So he gave me an estimate and I asked for an interview because of what he does. So he does concrete, he does landscaping, does hardscapes, pavers and things of that nature. And it was great work. I was thoroughly pleased with the work that was done to my property, and I asked for an interview, and here we have it. So let's take a look. Tons of great information on how he got started. And if anyone's interested in getting into the landscaping and hardscapes, this is the episode for you. So let's check it out. Greetings. This is Jonte Hawkins with Let's Talk Trades with Jonte. I have a special honored guest today, Mr. Dontavius Kingsberry-Evans. I met this young man on Instagram. I was looking for some concrete work to be done at my home, and I saw some of his work on Instagram and was very impressed. So I did get a few estimates, and one of the concrete contractors was actually a contractor that I used when I was in DOT when I was doing DOT projects, and I finally was able to catch up with Dontavius after some scheduling conflicts, and he gave me a quote, and I was shocked when he got out the truck. He was young. Okay, we give him a shot. The estimate was reasonable, and needless to say, I'm very impressed by his work. I'm going to recommend him to everyone I see, and I'm interviewing for the show. So, Mr. Kingsbury Evans, welcome, and thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.
So, can you give us a little background on where you are and what you do, how you started? You started with lawn care, right?
Or I started with lawn care 2018 when I was in the eighth grade. I was homeschooled in the eighth grade. I went for like 3 weeks and then I decided I didn't really like school. So they gave me an option. My parents gave me an option to do homeschool. So I was working for my mom and I always like cutting grass. Like at a young age, I cut the grass with my granddad. Ride on the mower, I couldn't ride it, like control it, but I ride with him.
Right.
And I saved up some money and got a push mower. And when I was buying the mower from Lowe's, the lady, the cashier, asked did I want to mow her yard. And then that's where I started. And like I didn't have a truck or anything. I literally took the mower apart and put it in my mom's trunk and had the weed eater that I
Okay.
can take apart. Yeah, like the trimmer. Yeah, that I can take apart. And we just went house to house. And it started with family members. And then once you out cutting grass, people see you and ask you to cut their grass, and it just went from there.
How did you get into hardscapes? Like concrete patios and walkways from the from doing lawn care.
Um, Watching YouTube, I watch a lot of YouTube and this, like as far as like landscaping, cutting grass, and the first big job I really had was a tree job. I think I told you about it. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but I did a tree job. I was nervous, and I had to get a lift, and I never like went up before, and it was windy that day. And I was just so scared. So I got a friend that I know to cut the tree, and it fell wrong and hit the AC unit. And then most people would be like, I don't want to do this no more. With me, I tried it again and it went well. And I've done probably like 15 tree jobs in like 2 years. And yeah, and then the hardscape, like what you seen on Instagram, the walkway, it was a
Right.
Father's Day gift. I couldn't like really get a job doing that because I'd never done it before, so I didn't have proof of if I knew how to do it. So I was like, I'd do it for my dad for Father's Day because he wanted a walkway, and I could have just went with concrete, but I was like, I really want to learn how to do this. So I tried it, and it was successful. So yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
What was your first concrete job?
First concrete job was it was a walkway from the driveway to the steps, and that I mixed that with bags. It was crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, mixed it with bags. I can't remember how many bags it was. It was like over 100 though.
I would think so.
Yeah, and then after that, I did a driveway, but I knew nothing about concrete. She just asked me to do it, and I took it a shot. But the guy that helps me, I met him at Best Rentals. It's a rental place in Rocky Mount, and he did concrete for like over 20 years for the city of Rocky Mount. And then I brought him in, and he showed me how to do it.
Gotcha. So you guys are doing some great work.
Thank you.
So question number one was how were you exposed to the trades?
I'm not sure, like you always have to cut grass, you know?
Yeah.
And I just enjoy being outside, and learning new things. Like even with my dad, he do things around the house. I'm under him, trying to learn how to do it, you know?
Right. So
So,
you would say it's your parents, your grandparents, kind of was exposing you to the trades at a young age.
right, right. My granddad, he do construction work. He run an excavator.
Right. I had a chance to meet him.
Right.
He was out there with the Bobcat.
Yeah.
So I honestly I think we were on one of the same DOT projects. We were talking about it. He was clearing trees on one of the projects, and I honestly believe I think I was on that project.
Right. He was telling me about that. Yeah.
So you said you were homeschooled when you were in school. Were you exposed to any of the trades?
No, in my high school, because I was homeschooled in eighth grade. Ninth grade, I went back to school. Um, when I first went back, I was just like focusing on school. I didn't know much about the the classes you can take as far as trades, like a construction course or anything. And plus, my school had agriculture. But I did do early college the second semester, but I also played sports, so that didn't really work out. It was just too much. But I could have did construction classes there, but I chose to go back to my regular high school.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I forgot to get this one piece of information. You tell the audience how old you are.
I'm 19 years old.
19 years old.
Yes.
That is amazing. 19. So, you know, like what we were talking about the, exposure in high school and how do you think that we can get more of the youth interested in the trades?
Mm. Just tell them not to be scared to go out there and just try something, you know? And like, how do I put this? And then people will talk bad about you too in high school, like, oh, you cut grass, like it's a bad thing. And it's not a bad thing. Just do what makes you happy, and you're gonna do good regardless. Just like me, for example. People said, oh, he just cut grass, he just cuts grass. And like you said, I got out the truck. He's like, wow, he's young. I come to school with the truck. They like, how do he afford that? Cutting
Yeah.
grass.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great motivator. Is letting them actually see
right,
labor, right?
right. And it's a few guys that went to high school with me doing the same thing I'm doing.
Oh,
And I
really?
try them, yeah, I try to help them and like tell them things that I've learned.
Right,
Let them come along with me to see what I'm doing.
right.
Yeah.
It's all right. So, we were talking briefly, and we talked about especially with high school guidance counselors and college counselors, that there's a stigma attached to the trades and anyone who works in the trades. How do you think we can break that stigma that's attached to the skilled trades?
Like, can you word that differently? Like,
I've a lot of the guidance counselors from when I was in education and in formal education, K-12, all the way through the community college level. It was even the classes that were at the community college and at the high schools. They thought it was lesser than the traditional courses that'll give you the college prep, or even the college prep courses in the community college system. Now, how can we make everyone believe that trades courses are exactly the same as someone who would go take courses to be a doctor or to be an accountant, a traditional 4 year degree?
honestly, I'll say just by showing them. Like, find somebody who's doing something like as far as a trade and letting them see how they are living or, or how they are doing. And that'll motivate them. Just like TikTok. You see people with the construction companies bragging about their trucks, their equipment, and then doctors are just doctors. you know?
Yeah, that's true. And I think during the pandemic, the people that were deemed essential, it kind of shed a light on skilled trades, because most of
Yeah.
them stopped working.
Right. It's a lot of people now that don't work really.
I can say from personal experience, I never stopped during COVID. We
Yeah.
we actually grew and were busier during COVID because we were essential.
Yeah.
I said I was still traveling. The flights were empty, roads were empty. It wasn't a bad thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, I talked about the trades and the stigma and your exposure. And my final question I asked during my interview is, how has the trades helped you?
So that's kind of a hard question too because I'm young,
Right,
you know. I mean, I have been doing it for like 5 years, but I do see myself improving. I meet new people like daily that's in the same business as I am, and just watching them, it's just like motivation to just keep going. Yeah. And yeah, I try to teach people as much as I can too. Like, when I went to cut your grass yesterday, I had my little brother with me, just showing him. And I mean, if he like it, he do it. If he want to go to school, but I'm giving him a choice, like an option, see both worlds.
right. He was the one that was picking up the pine cones.
Yes, the younger one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's awesome. So you want to give everyone your social so everyone can follow your journey.
Yes. You can follow me at Dontavius Landscaping on Instagram. And thank you for watching.
Yeah. I'll definitely have it in the show notes on the page,
Okay.
and I will definitely be following you, and we will keep in touch. I want to see you win, and if anything I can do as far as guidance or the contracting exam and questions, instruction wise, you have my number. All you have to do is text me, call me.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. This was an amazing episode. Nobody tell you they proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And there you have it. Tons of great information. I will have his IG page and his IG handle on the in the show notes. And again, if you have any questions, any topic you'd like me to discuss, I can do the research, find some people, maybe some of my people, maybe someone from Instagram that I've friended. So also send all questions to Jonte at letstalktrades.com. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share. My entire purpose for this podcast is to expose the youth to something different, to a trade that they will keep with them for the rest of their life, a trade that has made me a lot of money and successful. And again, the skills that I have, no one can take from me, and they're transferable in any state in the United States of America. So again, John Tay at letstalktrades.com. Let's keep this conversation going and let's talk about it.